So the question is, what are the common pitfalls in writing a literature review and how do I avoid them? So Matthew, what are the key issues that students face in this space and what can they do to address that?
Yeah, thanks, David. This is a very common question, one that we see a lot here at Grad Coach. And I think there's really two common pitfalls that are most common among my clients here at Grad Coach. And the first one is treating the literature review like an annotated bibliography. So rather than having a conversation with the literature, blending and synthesizing pieces of literature together into a coherent story and narrative, what we see a lot of times is almost a list of the literature. This researcher said this researcher found this study explains this. And that is a good first step on the process of creating a literature review. You have to get your literature together. You have to understand what each piece says before you can synthesize it. But really pushing ahead into that synthesis space where you're blending that literature together into a cohesive narrative, that is a very common challenge and pitfall that people fall into. And the second one I would say is accidental acts of plagiarism. This is something that I know stresses a lot of my clients out, especially in this era of AI plagiarism checkers, which are not super accurate and cause a lot of consternation for students and advisors alike. So here's my advice on that. When we read a paper, we paraphrase from the paper into our notes. Then when we go to write our literature, we paraphrase again from our notes into our literature review. So we're double paraphrasing everything that comes out of our literature. And usually, if you're following that, you're going to have success getting through those AI trackers on the back end.